Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the live stream and the YouTube VOD. I'm sorry that I had to abruptly end the stream last time because I noticed that there was some audio crackling going on when I was monitoring the playback. So I ended up having to restart the console just to eliminate that issue. And I'm hoping it's fixed it, because I noticed it on the live stream first, and that I thought it was the live stream doing it. So I left the mobile version of Twitch and came back to it, and it was still doing it. Garbage. And so the only time I realized that it was the game was when I paused the live stream, my monitoring, and it just kept getting worse and worse. But nonetheless, I hope that the stream is enjoyable for you guys. I'm gonna try to do the Mantis mission now. I have it unlocked. I've had it unlocked for a while.
Can I have a pet?
A pet? We live on a star.
Didn't mean to do that.
Pets and
Lifting off
starships
now.
don't always make sense.
Aw, come on, please. I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
Bitch. We'll see, Gum Gum.
Hell
hell of a view from here.
Pretty sure I read that before.
I will never get tired of that.
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
This is a Freestar guard ship. What are you thinking?
Crash drive down!
They're not jumping out of here.
This is murder! You're on your own!
Surrender now!
We've tagged their engines.
Wait, hold up. What just went on? What happened?
Weapons free. Open fire.
There's no getting out of this one.
We've tagged their grab drive.
And the Ecliptic are down. Thanks for the assist. We really showed Ecliptic. Huh. Micro wants you to know how much we appreciate the help. Any way we can repay you? Done. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
Grav drive spinning down. Systems green.
Civilian transport to unknown vessel. Please acknowledge. This is a commercial passenger transport liner wanting to alert you about hostiles in the system. No, it gave our passengers a bit of a scare, but the ship's A-okay. It's our company's policy. Us friendlies have got to watch each other's backs out here. Safe travels, stranger.
Navigational
Greetings,
feedback
pilot.
checks out.
This is Jiro
We're in the right
Sugiyama,
place.
head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over and out.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
To move on.
Captain Jess, it is pleasant to see you.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever. You're human. Oh, pardon my ignorance. We just didn't expect to find people out here. We didn't think anyone else left Earth before us.
Imagine being cut off from humankind for that long. How terribly frightening that would be.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world, in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago. I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. Well, the short answer is, we didn't.
It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear
We
our
got
guests,
strict rules
but I'll
around
allow it
here,
if you
but they're
insist.
strict for a reason.
Never seen a ship
Welcome
like
to the
yours
Earth
before.
colony ship Constant.
Then again, I
In the
haven't
early
seen any
2100s,
ships.
my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. You don't need to see what it can do.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
So, I have to say, with technology this outdated, I'm amazed this vessel is able to navigate at all. It's almost like walking through a museum.
What's it looking like, Yue?
Everything's quiet for now. Let you know if I see anything.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world. Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Yeah, she's crazy.
All this time we thought we were alone.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Was that Alejandro Saab? My voice cracked. Alejandro Saab? Was that him?
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to make do with inelegant solutions to complex technical problems. Wow. Hi.
Wow, I've heard about you, but here you are. Just stay out of trouble.
Hey.
How the hell do I get out of here?
Sure is nice to know there are
The voice just sounds familiar too.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Right. Let's get this crate into space.
Docking seal released.
Now, you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester?
Down. Everything in the green.
You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. Be nice to the crew, too.
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say, don't listen to...
Best to do this now than before, I
No major
guess.
incidents in a while. Let's hope it stays that way.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? Something I can help you with? Ah, yes. Let's get right to it then. As you can imagine, we've got a predicament on our hands. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? 'Cause, 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 Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. I see. Well, if you're speaking on their behalf, I'll refer you right along to the chairman of the Paradiso Group's board, Oliver Campbell. All formal decisions will go through him, not me. I'll let him know you're on your way.
I'm here to satisfy your needs. I hope your stay is a pleasant one.
That's lovely here.
Oh, this is...
Hello there.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? I really don't, and I can't have you barging in on the executives while they're working. So if you need something, you can talk to me. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid.
Oh, I know that voice actor too. I just forgot the name.
I'm afraid so, yes. Sorry, but that's just how it is with the board. They're generally very busy, so any outside parties need to book appointments in advance. Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? Sure. Have fun in the Shark Tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one
Make
of
some
them.
time for you.
The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! You'd be surprised what people fall for. Locally sourced island fruit essences, for instance. It's just the same old fruits brought over from Earth ages ago, but we get nearly 10 times the market for them. But you're right, no one's going to buy aliens. Remind me to fire the marketing team. So tell me, what's the actual deal with this massive eyesore of a ship, besides scaring people away? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance. Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance. I make the decisions that are best for our entire group. You don't. We operate outside of the Free Star Zone, you see, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs. And we'd rather not draw attention to it. As I've mentioned, it could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this independently. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. I'm not suggesting anything, other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will. It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation, you. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Free Star Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave. I have no idea, because I'm not suggesting anything of the sort. But it's a wonder that old ship made it all the way here in such a relatively short time. Must have really been pushing themselves. An engineer friend of mine told me once that the reactors on those old ships have a tendency to self-destruct if they overload. Of course, their engineers must have taken great care not to push it too far. Someone would likely have to override the safety systems in the reactor computer. But who would do such a thing?
Don't even think for one moment that this would be acceptable behavior. You can't just blow up their ship. That's insane.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any
Come on,
one
mate.
of them.
Loads more
The
interesting
resort
things to do
facilities are
outside.
precisely what
I
we
am.
bring to the table.
But given this circumstance, You like that? Am I... Despicable? Hardly. But you're right. No one's going to buy... So, tell me, what's the... Well, that... Shame we can't just tell them kindly to... Now, tell me...
They could stay.
Maybe. We could even lend our engine.
Sounds costly. Someone else would have to.
Oh, I swear this would... And which proposed... Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
I know this was a difficult decision, but if it's any consolation, I think you've made the right choice. Compared to the destruction of their vessel and relegating them to a life of servitude, I'd say this is the best chance they've got.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Belom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront at a boardwalk amusement park.
We try to stay out of our guests' way, but we're always here if needed.
Can't wait for my shift to be over.
It's beautiful out there, isn't it?
It may be paradise. That doesn't mean we don't...
Good to be back on board.
Lifting off now. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized. We have a clean dock, right on the money.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Never seen a ship like yours before.
My bad then. Went to the wrong area.
We've detached.
Should have been paying more
Let's get out of
attention.
here. Smooth jump.
Approaching
Nice
ship.
work.
You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. You're good to go. All clear to land at Hopetown.
Landing struts primed. Retro's firing.
While we're here, we should swing by Hope Tech Star Yard and see if they have anything interesting for sale.
Excuse me! A little desperate here. This is such a long shot.
I remember meeting Ron Hope once. Idealistic and
All right,
perhaps
Adela.
a bit of a dreamer.
Deep breath.
But you have to admire what he's accomplished.
Oh, God. I'm just great. Grand, really. When I signed on to be a freight captain, I was expecting long hours and dull routes. And now I'm a hair away from being executed. Or worse. Where to start? So, I fly a rust bucket called the Markab for a small shipping line. It just started, really. We do bulk shipping, boring stuff like actuators and seed stock and minerals. Have you ever had a standard, boring job just blow up in your face? You get it then. So I just got assigned to the Markab. The first shipment? Slag steel. Nothing special. As soon as I left Neon and got scanned, things got crazy. Spacers, Freestar security, the works. Everyone demanding I power down, hand over the contraband, or sometimes just firing first. I skipped the system, ditched the cargo, and have been running ever since. I don't know. I was just flying for my life. But some bad people want it. It gets even worse. A tracker just landed and I just know he's hunting a bounty. Me. But the trick is, everyone knows the ship. But my info isn't in the database yet. All they got is my last name, Fahim. So if you go into the pit stop and claim you're Captain Fahim of the Markab, maybe you can deal with the tracker?
Bruh.
I don't know. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but he may not give you any choice. You are the best! This slate has everything they know about me. It's not much. He's the one with the cowboy hat. Just stay safe. Thank you.
Howdy.
As dives go, this place ain't bad. I'm new in town. You look like you just got here too, right? What's your name, stranger? Might buy you a drink. Friends call me Ernesto. Actually, everyone does. Because it's my name and all. And you? Fahim, huh? Came in on that ship, the Markab? I bet you didn't know it. But I'm a tracker. And I'm here for your bounty. Two ways this can go. You know the drill. Looks like a place that doesn't mind some color. Or you can surrender. I trank you up, deliver you, they kill you. Nobody ever picks that option. You're not walking away from this.
Oh. You know, hold up. Hold up. I might have a load that I could go back to. Thank you.
As vital as spaceships are.
I'm new in town. What's your name, stranger?
Everything would grind to a halt.
Friends call me Ernesto. Actually, because it's mine. A little of this, a little of that. I like to keep busy. Fahim, huh? I bet you didn't know it. Two ways this can go. So you didn't shoot your way off Neon, Fahim? The bounty is pretty damn clear. But something don't sit right with me. Not sure what. Maybe. Maybe not. I like to think so. It's not easy. But I don't kill people that don't need killing. Don't try to play me. I believe you'd say just about anything to avoid me taking you down. Well, I'm done talking.
I don't really want to kill him. I don't know if it would put a crime on my head in the city.
There was a time when every
I'm new in town. What's your name, stranger? Fahim, huh? I bet you didn't know. Two ways this can go. So you didn't shoot. The bounty is pretty damn clear. But some... Maybe. I do my best. It's not easy. But I don't... Slag steel, huh? Well, I guess that don't make any sense. All right, I'm not taking you in. But that just means somebody else will. Whatever you were shipping, you got to return it. The next tracker probably won't be as upstanding as I am. There's no way they're ever going to settle for that. Ah, sucks to be you. One more drink and it's liftoff.
Oh, done that peacefully.
Why did I ever take this job? Why? I feel like I can finally breathe again. Thank you. You think? I mean, of course they will. Oh, God. I don't mean to be ungrateful and all, but I really, really need to go. Thank you.
Hello? I don't want to hear any complaints.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
We'd be dust except
you can't
for the
protect your
factory.
own. You don't belong here.
Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from them.
That is the voice of Gohan from Dragon Ball. That is Kyle Herbert, I believe.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
Just keep it holstered. We'll get along fine.
Oh, hello. Someone... Oh, no. That wouldn't work. The O2 needs enough capacity for the whole ship. Sure. That sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours. It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I'm still willing to talk. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work.
Miracle worker.
You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
Shedding tears right now. I mean, I still have a lot.
Yes?
Hello, Captain.
Guess I have time for a nap before we leave?
We have liftoff. Aim point reached. Orbit stable.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure, sweet pea. Your man can always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump
Grab
higher?
jump complete.
I don't know. Who?
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Okay. Good one, Cora. Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it out on him.
locked in.
Hello.
Just stay out of trouble.
Hydroponics, of course. This must be how the colony ship kept itself fed over all these years in space.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
People always appreciate a good engineer, whether they know it or not. I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship? I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today. Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend. What grab drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here.
What? How? Oh my god. I think Starfield's making that horrible noise again.
Great, great! There are 3 preparations. Then, turn the plasma runoff temperature function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
I'm gonna have to end the stream again. I am so sorry. I don't know what it is, but it has something to do with Starfield.